Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A Ukrainian sea drone blew up a Russian oil tanker, a civilian. Now, do you think that is a act of terrorism? Well, obviously there are some details that might change your mind. And I will read those details because those details are provided to us by the perpetrators, which is the Ukrainians, who came out surprisingly and said, yes, we did it. Our special forces, that's who did it. Good. That was in the Black Sea and by Crimean Peninsula by Kerch Bridge. So let's see what the Russians are saying and then see what the Ukrainians are saying. So first, the Russians. Russia today. Ukraine attacks Russian oil tanker in Black Sea. The ship was off the coast of Crimea when its engine room flooded, Russia's maritime agency has said. So Russian maritime rescue units were deployed early on Saturday to assist an oil tanker off the coast of Crimea. The vessel was left out without propulsion after what reports suggest was a strike by a Ukrainian drone. So, in a statement on Telegram, Russia's Federal Agency for Sea and Inland Water Transport said that the oil carrier had its hull breached near the engine room, presumably as a result of a sea drone. End quote. The agency said that the incident occurred south of the Crimean Bridge, which had been targeted by a Ukrainian drone raid last month. It added that none of the 11 crew have been wounded and the vessel remains afloat and is not longer taking on water. So let's see what the Ukrainians are saying about it. Let's put this way. And we have Ukrinform. See, surface drone damages US sanctioned Russian tanker near Kerch Strait Bridge. You see this? US sanctioned. So, is there an order coming from the United States to blow that tanker because it's sanctioned? Or the Ukrainians had a green light to do it because that's sanctioned? So let's say tomorrow the Russians sanction the US president. Do you know? So if that tanker was how should I put it, fair target or, clear and nice, fair game, then you can use it in other sanctioned individuals here or something. Very dangerous move. So then the Americans are destroying Russians' infrastructure or civilian tankers because they are sanctioned and they are attacking them through the Ukrainian boats, seems to me. So what's going to be next? Whatever the Americans want to destroy, they're going to use this, how should I put him, hitman? Basically, that's what it looks to me right now. I mean, I understand, infrastructure and so on, but that's not all the arguments the Ukrainians are going to bring. This is just the first one. I have another one. So let's go back to the article. So this is from today, the 5th of August 2023. As a result of an attack by maritime drones near the Kerch Strait, Russia's tanker Sig, which was anchored in the area after arriving from Turkey, is believed to have been damaged. That's according to a number of Telegram channels. According to Ostorozno Novosti, the vessel is listed at 1 to 2 degrees. No casualties were reported among the crew. The impact from the drone attack caused a detonation that was seen from the Crimea coast. The incident occurred at a distance of 32 nautical miles from the Kerch Strait. The tanker was anchored, so it was in the Black Sea, 32. That's a reason why they tell you this, because they're gonna jump to another, let me see which one, right here. Next one, Ukrinform. This beautiful guy, handsome, he tells us that special operation conducted in Ukraine's territorial waters is completely legal. So his argument is that this tanker that was near Kerch Bridge, at 32 nautical miles from the Kerch Bridge, probably was in the Ukraine's territorial waters of Crimea, because obviously they never recognized Crimea being Russian. So therefore, he says, we can blow it up if we want, because that's what we do. And besides, it's a fair game over here because it's a sanctioned, US sanctioned ship. Isn't it strange that only the Russians can, the Americans can sanction these kind of things? And when they sanction, everybody else is like they agree with it. So I have a little scuffle with a neighbor and I sanction his car. But all of a sudden, other neighbors in the neighborhood will sanction or will accept that the neighbor's car was sanctioned by me. Not by the United Nations, by me. If I, let's say, consider that a criminal, let's say I consider the neighbor a criminal over there, doesn't mean that everyone else should. Just because I don't like the neighbor, I call him. Everybody say, yeah, Emil calls that the neighbor criminal. He is criminal. We're going to treat the neighbor as a criminal because he considers him. I'm avoiding the court procedures and so on. Let's say he did not go to court. I'm just saying it. So the same here. This guy it's a country who sanctioned another country, and other countries say, oh yeah, that's sanctioned. That is sanctioned. Ukraine easily can say, well, we sanctioned that too, so that's, again, fair game, whatever we want to do. But these guys say, well, it's probably in our territorial waters. We destroyed that one because we felt like, and that's a sanctioned one. I know, with details and all that, I know how it is, but put it this way. A oil tanker destroyed in the Black Sea by these guys. I understand a military vessel, warship, submarine, but this, however you turn it, to me is just another Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 attack, which I consider them to be terrorist attacks. I don't know about this one, but it doesn't look kosher to me. The head of the security service of Ukraine, Vasil Malyuk, says special operations carried out in the territorial waters of Ukraine are totally legitimate. So that means you can blow whomever you want. That's a civilian vessel. You just hit it. Is that how it works? I guess. Malyuk emphasized this while commenting on the recent attacks by sea surface drones, as plural, on Russian ships. Okay, in the Black Sea. Yeah, but this is not a military ship. I'm okay with those ones, but not with this one. I don't think this is kosher, as I said. So, and I'm quoting, any blasts that occur affecting the Russian ships, you can just lump them like that, or the Crimea Bridge are an absolutely logical and effective step in relation to the enemy. Moreover, such special operations are carried out in the territorial waters of Ukraine, therefore being completely legal. Well, my friends, if you agree with that, it's your choice. I have a lot of questions here, and I read. First he lumps all the ships, okay? Then he says Crimean Bridge and destroying these things is absolutely logical. Well, I don't think so, but anyway, why is it logical? Because their argument is, the Crimean Bridge is illegally, but used by the people that supposedly you want to liberate. So that's an asset. They build it for you. They give it to you mocha or zero, okay? They build it for you. So you want to blow it, and the people that you claim you care so much and you want to liberate are using it, including other guys, including the military. But so is the military using your cities, your roads. Your military drinks water, doesn't it? So that means you're going to poison the waters in water treatment plants in Ukraine, just because the military use it. I mean, with this logical, as he wants to call it, conclusion, you're going to go to commit a lot of crimes. And again, I don't think this is okay, but that's my assessment. And I have another article here coming from Ukrainska Pravda, and this is I like these kind of things when people say, you know what, Ukraine security service behind attack on Russian tanker. Okay, man. Take responsibility. At least you show courage or craziness. So, the media have said the Security Service of Ukraine, SSU, has carried out a special operation leading to an explosion on SIG, a large Russian oil tanker. The source reported that on the night of 4 to 5 August, the SSU, together with the Ukrainian Navy and British Royal Navy and I'm adding that, conducted a special operation resulting in an explosion on a large Russian oil tanker SIG, carrying fuel for the Russian army. Okay, we got, all right, because they say so, it must be, yeah, the Russian army, yeah, they get the oil, the fuel, yes, all right. Oh my, and okay. The special operation featured an unscrewed surface vessel loaded with 450 kilograms of TNT. The SSU ran this operation, special operation, jointly with the Ukrainian Navy and British Royal Navy in the territorial waters of Ukraine. You got that? Now, if you got that, now you got that. All right, my friends. Obviously, if you think that's okay, always put yourself at the receiving end and look the other way and say, let's say tomorrow the Russians said, you know what, we're going to blow everything in our territorial waters, and that's it. We're not going to let them know. We're just going to attack. It's logical. And I continue to say, I think this attack on this tanker is, well, if you go, let's put it, if you go this way, then you expect your enemy to do the same thing to you. But the problem is when they do it, it's called for what it is. When these guys are doing, they bring you all kind of, oh, it's sanctioned, always getting fuel to the military. How about food to military? Are you going to blow the trucks up? How about, as I said, the water treatment plant? Are you going to blow them up? How about, for instance, workers, civilians who provide the military with clothes? Are they the same logical thing? I mean, you can go on and on. I mean, if you want to go like that, the military uses air. Are you going to use chemical weapons? And then why not? I mean, this guy's logic is like, I'm no problem, bam, bam, bam. But then I say that's only logical because, he was in my neighborhood. Yes and no, because again, you can turn into something else. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.